The man who beat the streak is prepared to strike again and annihilate his opponent. Whether it's the F5 or the Kimura lock, the result will be the same. A crushing defeat at the hands of the beast incarnate.
Well, in these head-to-head matchups, you've got no one to rely on but yourself. And that's the way it should be.
Best job in the real world right here.
But no matter what we say outside the ring, it doesn't matter as much as what happens inside that ring.
Guys, I want to discuss Christian for a moment.
I don't care if it's tag team action or singles competition like this match here. Christian has been to the top of both mountains and has proved to be one of the industry's all-time best.
Christian's got a mean streak a mile long. You know, Christian brings so much experience into the ring with him tonight. He's been a mainstay here for well over a decade. And over that time, he stood toe-to-toe with some of the absolute greatest. I'm talking Undertaker, Kane, and The Rock levels of greatness.
Chipping away at the midsection.
I don't know if we've seen that from him before. I mean, it's definitely a first tonight.
This is great. This guy will try anything.
King, you talk about Christian's longevity, which is amazing, but for me, it's so astonishing to see a superstar get better with each passing year. It's like there's no plateau for him. He just keeps getting better. Just look at his World Heavyweight Championship victory, for example. That came more than a dozen years after Christian made his debut.
Yeah, that is unreal, Cole. I guess you could say Christian is like a fine wine. He just keeps getting better with age. But whenever he finally does decide to hang him up, you can bet there'll be a spot waiting for him in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Oh, man, this has gotten ugly now.
Oh!
A vicious elbow drop delivered with a lot of force. Great offense by Christian. Even more damage to the face.
And that face looked like it had been damaged enough already. Oh, no. Not again.
And his heartless attack continues.
Oh, man. This is getting tough to watch. Now look at Christian. You know what he's got in mind here? Kill switch.
I think he's got him.
Jeez. He's got to get himself together here.
We got to cover. There's the pinfall and the victory. Oftentimes in our business, the only way for personal issues to be ultimately resolved is two superstars enter the squared circle and go one-on-one in a good old-fashioned wrestling match.
Captain Charisma fully expects to add another W to the win column after tonight.
Come on, enough preliminaries.
Well, Memphis is known as the birthplace of rock and roll, and this place is rocking and rolling right now.
Let's talk about Seth Rollins for a moment. So what do you think about Seth Rollins?
Ever since breaking away from the Shield, Seth Rollins has proved that he has all the skills needed to be one of the industry's brightest single stars, and that's saying something.
Rollins just has so many ways he can beat you, and then he starts breaking the rules. You know, Christian brings so much experience into the ring with him tonight. He's been a mainstay here for well over a decade. And over that time, he stood toe-to-toe with some of the absolute greatest. I'm talking Undertaker, Kane, and The Rock levels of greatness.
Oh, I think this man means business. The fight's being brought right to him.
No kidding, this is tough.
And the offensive display by Seth Rollins.
It's not looking good for Christian here. I fully expect him to bounce back, though. This is the type of one-on-one atmosphere where he thrives. King, you talk about Christian's longevity, which is amazing, but for me, it's so astonishing to see a superstar get better with each passing year. It's like there's no plateau for him. He just keeps getting better. Just look at his World Heavyweight Championship victory, for example. That came more than a dozen years after Christian made his debut.
Yeah, that is unreal, Cole. I guess you could say Christian is like a fine wine. He just keeps getting better with age. But whenever he finally does decide to hang him up, you can bet there'll be a spot waiting for him in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Great officiating as the ref noticed he was on the ropes. Causing even more harm to the neck now.
Yeah, and your neck is very fragile. That's got to be hurting. The ref's out.
And he's heading back in.
I can't blame him.
Seth Rollins gets rocked.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
Rolling out of harm's way. Smart strategy there.
Seth Rollins' connection to this crowd is undeniable.
He wants no part of the outside.
And I don't blame him. Nothing good ever happens outside the ring.
A textbook reversal. Can he follow up? Great reversal.
Christian needs to turn things around. This is not where he wants to be right now, guys.
Hard to argue with that. Momentum certainly is not on his side.
I don't know. There doesn't seem to be a clear-cut winner yet in this one. Hey, Christian gets out of trouble, and quickly.
He's got to be vigilant about not taking any more damage to the neck.
If he keeps up this pace, this could turn real ugly, real fast.
He'll prettier.
There's some serious power right there.
Captain Charisma. Christian measuring his man. Spear!
Maybe over.
What a...
We got to cover. That stop might have only lasted a second, but it's going to be felt tomorrow.
That may be felt for a lifetime.
Rolling out of harm's way. Smart strategy there.
Another reason Seth Rollins is the future of this business. He's an expert at playing the mental game of chess.
Another electric crowd on hand here for SmackDown, as has been the norm over the years.
Seth Rollins is taunting these fans and his opponent to let him know that he is in charge.
And he's heading back in.
I can't blame him. He's in a world of trouble. Much more of this, and I doubt he'll be able to continue.
He might just have nothing left to give, guys.
And by now, you would have expected one of these guys to take control of this match, but it really hasn't happened yet.
And I must say, this entire match has been right down the middle. I have no idea who's going to win this one.
This is a wreck. He's moving like an uncaged animal.
No lie, he's wild in there. He's showing no signs of letting up. Not this.
He's looking at it again.
There's some serious power right there.
Keep your eye on this one.
Yeah, this should be good. Look at this head count.
Incredible! Can he score the pin? There's no quit in these guys, but unfortunately only one of them can be victorious here tonight.
Oh, his body has to be broken right now. Oh, look at Christian. You know what he's got in mind here. That's it. He's done. It is so hard to stop that kind of strength.
This should do it right there.
I think this thing's over.
It's all over. That's the final elimination. This will surely be a true mano-a-mano test. It's amazing. For more than 50 years, men and women have entered this ring all in the name of greatness to see who is truly the best. I think when it's all said and done, we'll be talking about this match for a long time.
Captain Charisma fully expects to add another W to the win column after tonight.
And the party has officially begun.
But hey, all I know is Christian is here, and so are we, and that's good enough for me.
Christian biding his time here. So what do you think about Christian?
It's still early, but I really like his chances here tonight. He certainly looks more focused than I remember seeing him in recent weeks.
If you want spectacle, if you want showmanship, if you want valor, well, you've come to the right place. Look out below! Out of the ring! Now what's going to happen?
The Rock's electricity travels through the arena and into millions of televisions around the world. The People's Champion prides himself on thrilling audiences with his physical and verbal abilities. He also enjoys educating people on the meaning of one of his most cherished mantras, boots to asses.
Well, Michael, the Brahma Bull has megawatts of electricity and almost too many mantras to count. At 6'5" and 260 pounds, the power, the speed, the charisma hits you like a ton of bricks. There is no one like The Rock. Not even close. Oh!
So, King, I think the point we were getting to is the persona of The Rock is larger than life because he is larger than life. Whether you like him or not, you can't deny he is what he says he is. The most electrifying man in all of entertainment. And he has millions and millions of fans that would agree.
Staying on the attack. And I know you're jealous of The Rock, Cole, because you couldn't electrify a fish tank if you threw a toaster in it. But I totally agree with what you were saying. The Rock's persona connects him with the people, as he puts it. His millions and millions of fans. You're going to need all the help you can find, and then some, to go one-on-one with the Great One.
Now, why did he do that? A move like that's low. It's appalling, if you ask me. Totally disrespectful.
Well, when he sees the belt, he likes to hit below it.
He's got his eyes set on his chest. Here he is, the third-generation superstar, the People's Champion, the Brahma Bull, and the most electrifying man in all of entertainment, The Rock.
I'll tell you, Cole, when you think back,
Sharpshooter! The Rock with a sharpshooter!
that's the most electrifying move I've seen. Oh, down on the back. You know his neck is feeling that one.
Not every move is designed to get the fans off their feet. Good Lord, that wasn't even close.
So that's what it's like being so far off the mark. Careful what you wish for. It can get real ugly outside the ring.
And these guys are real ugly. King The Rock is known as the most electrifying man in all of entertainment. His career accomplishments are simply amazing, and to see how he went from dominating WWE to dominating Hollywood is incredible. That wild strike found nothing but empty air that time.
Man, that's what you call swinging for the fences and missing.
He's delivering an old-fashioned butt-kicking right here.
And it's imperative he gets back in the ring right now.
I don't like how slow he is to react right now. Well, it's certainly been a storybook career for the People's Champion. Twists and turns included.
I can tell you, nobody's happy about it. You can feel the electricity running through this arena. This is going to be some battle, one-on-one, mano-a-mano.
Well, that'll be a lot of attitude then, because look at the size of those ears. The time for talk is over and done with. Let's give the people what they came for.
This is what it is all about right here.
And you know, it's just amazing to me that this is just another night in the WWE. Always memorable.
What's your analysis of AJ Styles?
Definitely looking confident in this one-on-one environment. That's a good sign.
You know, I've been doing this for a lot of years, Cole.
Yeah, at least a century.
Oh, yeah. But the thrill of a great matchup never gets old. Like me, I can tell you that. You know, Christian brings so much experience into the ring with him tonight. He's been a mainstay here for well over a decade. And over that time, he stood toe-to-toe with some of the absolute greatest. I'm talking Undertaker, Kane, and The Rock levels of greatness. Oh, look at that scoop slam.
He's starting to feel it here. But he's very aware of who he's in there with and what he has to do to rebound.
And Michael, this might very well be where one of these guys pulls away from the other.
And on top of that, John, these two guys couldn't be any more evenly matched at this point.
King, you talk about Christian's longevity, which is amazing, but for me, it's so astonishing to see a superstar get better with each passing year. It's like there's no plateau for him. He just keeps getting better. Just look at his World Heavyweight Championship victory, for example. That came more than a dozen years after Christian made his debut.
Yeah, that is unreal, Cole. I guess you could say Christian is like a fine wine. He just keeps getting better with age. But whenever he finally does decide to hang him up, you can bet there'll be a spot waiting for him in the WWE Hall of Fame.
He may be in the best physical condition I've ever seen him in. Christian looking to finish. Oh, what a wild move by Christian.
There's some serious power right there.
Oh, watch out. Two major blows with that weapon did significant damage. If this isn't enough to win the match, I don't want to know what's going to happen next.
He's inflicting some serious pain here.
How will these guys do with absorbing the punishment they're about to receive out here?
Boy, he just got laid out.
6. And it's imperative he gets back in the ring right now.
It's not looking good for Christian here. He's going to want to make sure this doesn't snowball out of control.
Come on, you and I both know that a little adversity isn't going to end this guy's night. In fact, it might make him stronger.
And did you see the look on his face when that second finisher didn't put him away? I don't think he expected that. Boy, there's no way he's going to be able to stand after that. Christian finds the way out.
Kim, just look at this man. He's all business.
And that's the way he has to be if he wants to win here tonight.
You can see him struggling to stand after all the damage he's taken.
6.
He doesn't want to do this outside the ring.
Well, I don't blame him. Oh, after that, you're not seeing stars, you're looking at constellations. AJ Styles hits the deck hard.
AJ Styles has taken a lot of damage. I'm not sure how much he has left in the tank.
AJ Styles' legs are looking weak right now. He could be on his way out of this one.
Don't be fooled, Michael. He's still very much in this thing.
I totally agree, John. And I really thought we were going to see a lot more from him here tonight. When he gets going like this, there are a few better.
Even prettier.
There it is, the finisher. This could all be over right now.
And you could say his opponent's in real bad shape.
Back between the ropes.
Quick thinking to avoid that.
There's the pin. Can his opponent kick out? There's the pin. It's over. It's all over.
Thank you.